Staff assigned. Please select a mission. Please select a mission. Mission accepted.
Intel team members are being held captive by the PF in that area, the CFA. Your job is to rescue them. They don't have long to live. It appears that one of our 2 men has broken out of the encampment and is on the run. He contacted us to say he was surrounded. That's the last we heard from him. Your map is marked with a predicted field of movement based on where his transmissions cut off. The other man is still captive inside the encampment. Boss, rescue our men. Extract them both and get them back to Mother Base.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
fire!
Our staff member on the run last contacted us from that forest. The enemy PF already has troops spread out in a manhunt to find him. Keep your eyes open. Extract our man before their search team can find him. Check his location on your iDroid.
Analysis complete.
Okay, subject is in.
Clouds approaching.
CFD de Zulu 1. Ons heeft die gevangenen gevind en beveiligd. We moeten ons voortgaan. Oor. De CFD, begrijp. Staan vast. En wacht voor verdere bevelen. Uit.
You have arrived at your destination.
You've reached the target's predicted field of movement. If he's gone to ground, he'll have hidden himself somewhere in that area. Find him.
Monitor over je ogenblik. Hou net vast. Uit. Wat heeft instructie op die prisonier? Maak een slaaf van die prisonier zoals per handleden. Herhaal, maak een slaaf van die prisonier. Oor. Zulu 1, akkoord. Maak een slaaf van gevangenen zoals per instructie. Oor.
Analysis complete. Staff member has died.
The Target's dead. Mission failed.
Find our 2 intel team members and rescue them from the enemy PF. We need to get both of them back safe and sound. I've sent VIs of the targets to your iDroid. Take a good look.
Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Our staff member on the run last contacted us from that forest. The enemy PF already has troops spread out in a manhunt to find him. Keep your eyes open. Extract our man before their search team can find him. Check his location on your iDroid.
Detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected.
You've reached the target's predicted field of movement.
You have
If he's
arrived.
gone to ground, he'll have hidden himself somewhere in that area. Find him.
Analysis complete. Intel file
The target's transmitter. He must have dropped it trying to contact us again. Judging from its data log, not much time has passed since the transmitter was dropped. He should be close by. I'm updating the target's predicted field of movement.
Your destination.
CFS, begrijp. Money securiteit verslachting. Uit.
You have arrived at your destination.
You gotta extract him.
Analysis complete.
Snake! Talk to me! Snake!
Find our two intel team members and rescue them from the enemy PF. We need to get both of them back safe and sound. I've sent VIs of the targets to your iDroid. Take a good look.
Hey, fella. What?
Alles gespannen, das sind wir. Das Wort angebaut. Alle Jäger verskermen je posities.
Boss, come in. Boss?
Find our two intel team members and rescue them from the enemy PF. We need to get both of them back safe and sound. I've sent VIs of the targets to your iDroid. Take a good look.
Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination. Clouds approaching.
Talk.
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
You have arrived at your destination.
Hey! You okay?
CPN Zulu 1. Ik heb de bewusteloze groep hier gekregen. Over. Er is CPN, begrijp. Het kan een vijandige aanval wezen. Alieneren, wakker weer. Uit.
You've reached the target's predicted field of movement. If he's gone to ground, he'll have hidden himself somewhere in that area. Find him. extract him.
Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Waarom is pas iemand weggevat? Dat is moeilijke inbreken. Moet ik gewoon een zoek?
Volonte kaputt!
Alles gespannen, besmet omgeven. Alles gespannen.
Verslaan!
Alle eenheden.
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
Find our 2 intel team members and rescue them from the enemy PF. We need to get both of them back safe and sound. I've sent VIs of the targets to your iDroid. Take a good look.
Stay okay.
The map has been
All right,
updated.
that's the target. Quickly, extract him while you can.
Ze hebben de Zulu 4. Was het een moeilijke
Have
indruk? Wees opgereed dat je ons was.
It's here.
Clouds approaching.
Moet je securiteit verslapen? Uit.
Now, rescue the other target. Head for Gazeba camp. Boss, our man you extracted gave us all the intel he could. Now we know exactly where our other agent is being held captive. And he brought back intel on the CFA. Guy deserves a raise. Check it on your iDroid.
The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
is on its way to Gazeba Camp. We've ID'd them as some CFA heavyweights. These aren't your everyday reinforcements. Whatever's about to happen, you need to get the target out now. You gonna extract him?
You have arrived at your destination.
Save me.
We got some information out of that soldier you extracted. His squad was on their way to the encampment to execute our intel team member. We also now know exactly where they're keeping the target. I'm sending the location to your iDroid.
The map has been updated.
Okay, subject is in. Gazeba Camp, an enemy outpost. It's got good visibility and not many places to hide. Use the landscape wherever possible.
The map has been updated. Staff member has died.
Boss, the target's dead. Mission failed.
The other target is inside the encampment. Boss, he doesn't have much time.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Gazeba Camp, an enemy outpost. It's got good visibility and not many places to hide. Use the landscape wherever possible.
Analysis complete.
Super, dat zullen doen. We dreigen in je gebied. Wat voor scherpsecuriteeit. Goed. Dat is CP, begrijp. Kijk uit voor enigheid vandaag. Uit.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination.
Boss, we've picked up some movement. The squad is on its way to Gazeba Camp. We've ID'd them as some CFA heavyweights. These aren't your everyday reinforcements. Whatever's about to happen, you need to get the target out now.
Ship, dit is Delta 2. Onderschot. Delta 2, vastvoort. Kom met Delta 2. Ship, dit is Zulu 1. Ons wat skoten. Kan niet zien van waar hij schiet niet. Oor. Er is CFD, begrijp. Alleen hier gewaarschuwd. Die vijand kruipt werkgevers. Vind huller. Uit.
That's him. That's the target. He's injured. Looks half-starved, too. There's no way he can stand the shock of a Fulton extraction. Get him out by chopper.
Champion, de Zulu 7. Ons reedgebied besmeed. Ons kon iemand van die. Oor.
Disease was her fault.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Just shouting it at me. Over and over. Kept saying, you think we're angry? The poor bastards.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, and that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Requested.
Kept saying, you think we're angry? The poor bastards from Massa Village will bleed you all dry for this.
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is P-Quad.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Confirm extraction of both targets. Boss, on behalf of all the Diamond Dogs, thank you.
Support helicopter has arrived. 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 Caution, rain approaching. destination.
Save me.
Okay, subject is in.
My extraction target is a no-show. Cannot risk waiting any longer. I gotta pull out for now.
Good work.
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Outpost captured. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Gaining altitude.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work.
Good. You captured it alive.
Boss, one of the job offers we received concerns me.
Mission list
There's a PF
updated.
commander who's been talking big about getting into the nuclear arms trade. This could be connected to that yellow cake. And there's another contract I'd like you to handle. It's a wet job, but we need to divert Ciphers' attention. Check the mission list for the details.
Weather will clear shortly. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Please specify a project. Plant expansion complete. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
There's 6 targets. Our contract is to kill them all. And the client is the general they served under. He wants them dead to keep them from talking. Check a VI on your iDroid for more information.
The map has been updated.
That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from his machine gun could cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss. That's from Heavy Plantation.
The map
The
has
targets
been
are mixed in with the soldiers in that base. Use the VI to identify them.
arrived at your destination. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Die MPLA het seker heel wat al meer sedert daai dag.
Ja, net omdat ons dit so doen. Al die Amerikaanse wapens het 'n moerse verskil gemaak. Elite is besig om beter toegerus te raak.
Ja, die MPLA behoort op die randjie van oorgee te wees. Maar as hulle dit doen, wat word van ons werk?
Hulle is nog nie klaar nie. MPLA word ondersteun deur die Sowjetunie. Ek hoor hulle het onlangs groot befondsing gekry as militêre hulp.
So, ons hou net aan om die Amerikaners en Sowjetunie se veldwerk vir hulle te doen.
Ja, al daai kak oor Pax Atomica. Die Koue Oorlog is als 'n pot kos. Ons oorlog is rooi warm hier.
Jy het dit gesê, broer.
In elk geval, jy die volgende skof.
Verseker. Los dit vir my.
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Coming too. Roger that.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
Extract him.
You have arrived at your destination.
Hoor gou die storie oor daai lui eers. Hulle sê die bas het dood opgeslaan. Praat die prakties. Maak nie saak nie. Ouens wat al teen hom geveg het sê hulle het ooit so iets gesien. Die teorie is reg. Die organisasie geskep het om teen Amerika te help. En die groot kop 'n lekker manier. Hulle gaan binnekort nuwe teentaktiek aankondig.
Ek sou nie teen 'n man soos hy bestaan nie. Weet jy of hy ouens soek?
Dink jy daaraan om te drossel daar?
Analysis complete.
Grappie. Ja.
Ek hoop so. Wat? Ja.
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Clouds approaching. Development complete. Caution, rain approaching. Analysis complete.
Hey, that was target confirmed dead. Impressive work, boss. 5 targets remaining. Head for the Kungenga Mine.
Been updated. Analysis complete.
Extract him. You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. The map has been updated. Clouds approaching. Analysis complete. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gonna extract him? Targets are at the Kungenga Mine. Our contract is to kill them.
Requested. Supply drop complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Marker placed. Marker removed. Buddy has infiltrated our The map has been updated. Has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You've reached the mine. 5 targets are being held captive at that outpost. The VI on your iDroid will show you where they are.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Development complete. You have arrived at your destination. Weather will clear shortly. Sun will rise momentarily. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Updated. Analysis complete.
CFP, begrijp. Alles ook onmiddellijk
Caution, rain approaching. You have arrived at your destination. Updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Roger that. It's too dangerous to try and contact the target. Wait for the enemy to stand down. They're standing down. Make contact with the target. Their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The
Requested.
chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Supply drop complete.
Their lives for a fistful of diamonds, huh? And what happens after that? They can't go home. They've only got two options. Heaven or hell.
No, there's another.
Utter heaven. Tape's rolling, boss.
How about it, Cos? Looks like our client just got outbid.
We got the recording. Objective accomplished.
Let's go.
We'll bring him back to Mother Base. the RV. There's some high ground downriver. I'll have the chopper set down there. Lead the kids to safety. Listen, the kids don't get hurt. No matter what, you bring them back alive. Exit the cave and turn left, then pass through the swamp and follow the river downstream.
Extraction.
Doesn't look like he can walk.
Mother base.
You still gonna help him?
Mission info has been updated. The map has been updated.
Boss, if even one of those kids die, the mission's a failure. Be careful.
Stop.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You're those kids' only support out there. You need to give them orders. Lead them to the objective area. But they won't hear you if you're too far away from them. Keep that in mind. They won't hear you if you're too far away from them. You gotta extract him. Escort the targets to the RV. Boss, get down. That's an enemy gunship. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies. They won't hear you if you're too far away from them.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy analysis complete. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
The chopper will be arriving any minute. Hurry to the RV. The enemy spotted the target. Take care of them.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
They won't hear you if you're too far away from them.
Helicopter has arrived.
Prioritizing elimination of enemy threats. No targets remaining. Ending attack run and we'll stand by at LZ. This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived. Please select a landing zone.
Roger.
Wait.
Go.
Put the target on the chopper. All right, target extracted. Target extracted. Anyone else?
My combo.
Good. That's the target extracted. Target extracted. Is that everyone? All right. Objective complete. Now you just need to safeguard the target. Get on the chopper.
Gaining altitude.
Caution, rain approaching.
Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work. Good. You captured it alive.
What you thinking, boss?
I'm thinking that he's tougher than he looks. A little training, he'll make himself useful.
Never like kids. Especially ones with guns.
See, kid's a natural.
No. He's no natural. Far from it. You probably noticed on the way in, we've expanded housing. They'll have their own quarters, separate from ours. Won't be counted as staff.
So what, we're running a daycare now?
To learn how to read and write. Do basic jobs.
A chance at a real life. Just not from behind a gun.
Being behind a gun's what we do, boss. There's no room for angels in our heaven.
Clouds approaching. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.
Welcome back, boss.
is developing the walker gear for you and is supporting the R&D team from confinement.
Please
We're continuing to monitor him to make sure he doesn't try anything.
Please select a drop point. Please specify a project. Development project has been added. Development project has been added. Development project has been added. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Development project has been added.
That dog's all grown up now.
You mean Dee Dee?
Yeah, didn't seem to take that long, did it? You think he's really even a
Please
dog?
specify a project.
Of course he's a dog. What's wrong with you?
Well, I just mean he looks more like a wolf to me.
That's crazy talk. He's a dog. You hear me? A dog.
So you think he's a dog, I get it. Keep a freaking lid on it. What's important is he's one of us, regardless if he's a dog or a wolf.
He is a dog, though.
Why do I even bother?
Please specify a project. Please select a delivery point.
How's it going, boss?
You need combat support, boss.
Send me out on my next mission, boss.
Makes a pretty good partner, huh, boss? Too early to say. Yeah? Just seeing him come back makes me real proud. What breed is he? He's not a husky. You're right. Siberian Husky is a cross between a Spitz-type dog and a wolf. I think Dee Dee might have some wolf blood in him, too. He isn't just smart. He's also shown remarkable judgment. If he doesn't do what you want him to, he's just doing what he thinks is right in the situation. And he's steady under fire. Remember, he's no lapdog, but learn his strengths, and you'll understand each other soon enough. You'll make one hell of a team. Ocelot, why'd you take it upon yourself to train him? Huh? Why? Yeah. When's the last time you heard a wild cat raising a dog? I have an eye for him. I knew at first glance he'd make the right partner for you. Huh. And I figured it was about time he got out into the world. So you passed him off on me? There, you see? I knew you liked him. I don't know about that yet. I still think he's trying to figure me out, too. I'll spend some more time with him. You'll see how helpful he can be. What about you? I prefer to work alone. Ocelots don't hunt in packs. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I'm glad you like him. Dee Dee's really taken to you, too. And to going on your walks. Don't be shy about taking him with you in the future. I'll think about it. Boss, Dwight still hasn't made any moves. It's got me thinking. What? If you took her on a mission, she might break her silence. You want to let her out? Sure. Make her no different to the others. Everyone you pick up works for themselves, right? But her? I say work with her. See what happens. I wouldn't ask this of anyone but you. On missions, I'll make sure we have someone observing from a distance, and she won't be allowed access to all of the base. As for Miller, well, sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. The best part is, Hiding is her specialty. If no one sees her leave the base, the staff will be none the wiser.
And if she gets away?
If that happens, you'll have to take care of her. But I have faith in you, boss. I think Quiet sees something in you.
It's a big risk.
But it's for the good of all of us. And besides, you can't deny her talent. Her unique skills and abilities would give you a hell of an edge out there.
I'll think it over.
Boss. Big boss. And wants the boss.
How long are we gonna keep that woman here?
You mean Quiet?
My personal feelings aside, she's putting everybody on edge. You should hear the stories. I got sick from just standing guard at her cell. I won't stand on the same platform as that witch. She hit me for no reason.
What is this, a private army or a kindergarten?
The thing is, they're all serious. They're faced with something they don't understand, and a kind of mass hysteria has broken out. I've gotten wind of countless plots to take her out.
There are no grounds for this suspicion whatsoever. Put yourself in her shoes, assuming they see her as a prisoner here. No, even more so, if they do, she deserves to be treated humanely. I always thought our men were a bit more noble-minded, but... Look, I understand this is a stressful line of work, but to make her the scapegoat...
You've got it wrong. Quiet? She's with Cipher. We have men that lost their buddies to her organization.
You could say that about more than just her. Plenty of the men used to fight for another side, but they've all put that aside to work for the boss.
Cipher is different. And if you ask me, the boss is the biggest problem. Why is he protecting her? Some of the guys are starting to suspect him of... I don't agree with keeping her here either.
So what's your move? Throw her out? Kill her? She's our ticket to Cipher. And her physical abilities are outstanding. We could use someone like her.
Don't make me sick.
Her marksmanship, speed, stealth capabilities for a start. Then, there are the other things we've learned. Quiet appears to be able to use both eyes as master eyes simultaneously. That lets her track targets of different focal lengths at once. While looking through the scope with one eye, she can look for new targets with the other. That's why she doesn't need a spotter. She can operate alone, no matter the circumstances.
See? I told you she's a freak. No one would be able to control her.
No, there's one person who could.
Hey, you trying to get the boss killed?
Well, why don't we talk to him? See if he's willing to take her along.
I don't like this.
It's his decision to make. The two of them might even make a good team.
Where is she?
You mean Quiet? In her cell, of course.
Why did you send her out with the boss on that mission?
She proved herself well enough, didn't she? The boss sure knows talent when he sees it.
That woman will never be one of us. She's targeting him.
Don't forget, we do owe her one.
What's that supposed to mean?
Remember what happened when she first got here? She shot down the aircraft Ciphers sent after us. Not only that, she hit the cockpit. Who else could have done that? We're talking about a fighter jet traveling at Mach speed.
What's your point?
If she hadn't been there, the boss's chopper would be at the bottom of the ocean right now. Or it would have been followed right back to Mother Base. So let's say she does have some elaborate scheme in the works. If you want to catch her in the act, all we can do is sit back and wait. On the other hand, if she swears allegiance to the boss like our other Fulton recruits, he couldn't ask for a better partner.
She's got you fooled.
I have eyes on her. If she tries anything, she'll regret it. We lose nothing either way. You called that thing Sahelanthropus. Where does the name come from?
Well, several years ago, an excavation team discovered a hominid skull in the Sahel region.
Central Africa. The Southern Sahara.
Cipher gave the specimen the name Sahelanthropus, Man of Sahel. And then they covered the whole thing up.
Why?
They probably wanted to monopolize information about human evolution to have a head start in their genetic research. At least, until they had an idea of what they'd found.
It was that big of a discovery, huh?
Sahelanthropus was a gracile hominid. estimated to have lived about 7 million years ago. What's significant about it is how its skull's foramen magnum faces down. In other words, its spinal column supported its head from underneath.
It stood upright.
Right. Which would mean Sahelanthropus walked upright 3 million years before Australopithecus, making it the world's oldest human species.
Walking upright. I get it. Hence the name Sahelanthropus for your machine.
Walking upright was the decisive difference between our ancestors and other anthropoids. Our brains could get heavier once they were supported by the spinal column. That led to the use of tools and the development of complex communication through language. Only man is capable of this. My creation will be the progenitor of all bipedal weapon platforms.
And you did this for Cipher?
No, not at all. Sahelanthropus is the best proof that I never betrayed you guys.
What do you mean?
The reconstructed Sahelanthropus skull looked exactly like the skull we used as our logo 9 years ago in the Caribbean.
An army without a nation. Outside the world order.
The design was based on Pangaea, the supercontinent that existed 250 million years ago, right?
Yeah. When the world was a single landmass. That concept's at the source of our strength.
I felt the same way about Sahelanthropus. Sure, I was forced to build it under their orders, but I always wanted to put its technology back in our hands someday. That's the reason I incorporated the old insignia into Sahelanthropus's name. Don't you see? That's how much I was thinking about you guys.
Oh, I see, all right. I see someone desperate to cover his ass. You can say whatever you want after the fact. But that skull also symbolizes somebody else. Skullface.
Snake, you finally came. Just don't record this, okay?
Not recording anything. What's this about?
What I'm about to say stays between you and me. It's about the weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Do you know a researcher by the name of Clark? He works in the biotech industry, real advanced stuff. His area is bioengineering, but lately he's also gotten into genetic research.
Never heard of him.
Well then, what do you know about cloning?
I think I've heard enough.
Hold on, this is important. Cloning lets you create a genetic copy of an organism. You take the nucleus of one of its cells, and you swap it with the nucleus of an unfertilized egg from another member of the same species. They started out working with plants, but since then they've had success with other organisms, including mammals. It's a hot area for a lot of places right now. Corporations, universities, research groups. There's no shortage of scientists out to get famous and patent their work, with morality taking a back seat.
Isn't that a little outside your field?
It's got nothing to do with my research. But I thought it might be of interest to you. Cloning, and Dr. Clark, I mean.
Go on.
Now, this is really highly classified stuff. But I've heard that an American biotech company has successfully cloned a human being. What's more, it happened over 10 years ago. And the researcher behind it was Dr. Clark. You've really never heard of him?
I don't meet many doctors.
This Dr. Clark is a complete ghost, even to others in his field. His age, where he comes from, that might not be his real name. And I can't even say for sure he's a he. Clark's employer, ATGC, its company motto is embracing your hopes, preserving talent.
What does this have to do with me?
Cipher. Dr. Clark works for ATGC, and they have connections to DARPA. Cipher couldn't function without the communications network DARPA's built, meaning Cipher has to be a part of the Pentagon, or at least the two are joined at the hip. DARPA is a driving force behind human cloning. It's a pretty high priority project for them. And this Dr. Clark, some say he's a pivotal player in Cipher. But that's not all. Every cell nucleus in an organism contains the genetic information for that organism. Think of it as a blueprint for life. Clark appears to be working on how to decode this information and rearrange it at will. If you could do that, it would mean being able to custom design human beings for specific purposes. Can you believe that? Suppose for a moment that this is all fact. A man of your talents, if your genetic information died with you, that would be a terrible loss for mankind. But what if mankind could preserve you for future generations by cloning you?
All right, enough. I get the idea.
Look, I know it's inductive reasoning, but this weapon to surpass Metal Gear they're developing in Africa, I believe it's something that uses this new technology. Speaking as a fellow scientist, it chills me to the bone.
That's rich coming from you.
If genes serve as our blueprint, then I wonder if they include an impulse that drives us to tweak the design. Can you imagine that? Genes, encoded with information that wants its children to decode it. Is life itself putting the direction of our next evolution in the hands of scientists? I guess it would take some real arrogance to believe that. And yet, it could be what Ciphers after.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree. But that was an interesting story. It'd make a good movie.
You have to believe me.
Where'd you hear all this anyway?
Where? I just overheard it in bits and pieces while I was forced to do that research for them.
Right.
Wait a minute. Look, I want to help you. I want to be of service here. I'm risking my life with this.
Is that so? Maybe it's time we brought someone else into the conversation.
No, not him. Not Ocelot. You can't do this.
Boss, I have the report on that cargo we stole from Ciphers' truck. The PF was transporting two things. The analysis of that malachite has come back first. Naturally, the main compound is copper. There's also a small amount of cobalt. Nothing unusual so far. Southern Zaire is a well-known copper belt. However, in addition to these, we also detected a trace amount of uranium. The content percentage, though, is too low for nuclear development. It most likely came from Shinkalobwe mine. That's where the uranium in that area comes from. The mine's closed, as all the high-purity uranium ore dried up a long time ago, but you could probably still find it there in small quantities. That said, there are plenty of other uranium mines that are in operation, like in Niger, Namibia, South Africa. Why go to an abandoned mine to scrape up whatever's left and ship it out in mass quantities without refining it? They were transporting that yellow cake too, which would suggest they have the technology to refine uranium. Anyway, that about sums it up. Unfortunately, the analysis of that yellow cake is taking a little longer. I'll let you know when it's done.
She defects to the Soviet.
Boss, sorry to keep you waiting. We finally finished analyzing that yellow cake Cipher was moving. There was nothing unusual about the composition of the yellow cake itself. Most of it was oxidized uranium, with the rest being impurities, various metals as well as traces of organic matter. What's interesting is the composition of these impurities. When we checked them against the impurities found in the copper ore, it was clear the yellow cake didn't come from Shinkalobwe, meaning they went to the trouble of mining two sources of uranium, then transported them together in different states. Another thing, we detected a very thin layer of highly enriched uranium in the middle of the yellow cake. Now that is very interesting. It may not be a lot, but it points to the existence of uranium-enriching technology. After all, yellow cake can't naturally produce highly enriched uranium. If they could mass-produce this, they'd be just one step away from a gun barrel-type nuclear bomb. But uranium enrichment requires advanced technology and a large-scale facility. If that kind of place existed in Zaire, the Soviet Union wouldn't sit idly by. And there's another question. Where were they transporting the yellow cake and malachite uranium? The first place that comes to mind is South Africa. The government was supposed to have abandoned nuclear weapons development after caving to international pressure. But rumors persist that it's continued in secret. Plus, ZRS were escorting the truck, and they're based out of South Africa. And then South Africa does have an abandoned test site. If Ciphers involved with nuclear development in South Africa. But how would that fit with their weapon to surpass Metal Gear? We need more information.
Shinkolobwe. There's a name I haven't heard in a while.
The U.S. bought a lot of uranium from Shinkolobwe Mine during World War II for the Manhattan Project. They even sent a squad from the Army Corps of Engineers to reopen the mine after it was flooded. That's how good its uranium must have been. With that, the world's first nuclear test was a success. Shinkolobwe uranium might have been used in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs, too. Just hearing its name is like seeing all the phantoms of the war rise up to haunt us. But all the uranium's dried up, and the mine's been closed for years.
So someone reopened it?
Right. Zero-risk security seized control of the area and were forcing locals to work in it. And the Zairean government was getting a slice of what they took in exchange for looking the other way. Mobutu has to finance his tastes somehow. He'll gladly sell the rights to some old mine. The question is, why would zero-risk security do this kind of thing?
Or rather, why were their employers, Cipher, interested in an abandoned mine? Maybe getting trace amounts of uranium, yet to the naked eye it appears to be ordinary malachite. Meaning security would be lax. Not a very efficient way of obtaining it, but easier to move.
But how would they enrich it at its destination?
Did the yellow cake really have a layer of highly enriched uranium in it?
Having trouble believing it?
No. If they say it's real, then it's real. In which case, they might have some enrichment method that we don't know about.
And this was to test it out.
It's possible. And that would mean it's almost complete.
What's important is...
Hard to believe how many of those bipedal weapons have popped up around Africa. When did that start? No more than 6 months ago. Didn't really hit me until I came here.
They're not supposed to be in use yet. Emmerich says they were still doing the last round of fine-tuning.
The doctor has no idea. His research has already hit the black market. Both sides of the Iron Curtain will have it by now. Even so, they're spreading much too fast. Sure, the Walker gears can operate in any terrain. Their mobility's just as good in the jungle as it is in the desert. That would come in handy in a place like Africa. They are modules that can one day be used as nuclear weapon systems. And with that in mind, the numbers are way too large. There must be another reason they're so widespread.
Like what?
It's all about needs. To small-time outfits like most of these private forces, this product is a dream come true. Hell, it goes beyond PFs. This is the ultimate weapon, the forbidden fruit, for anyone with an enemy to fight and people to defend.
The nuclear deterrent.
Exactly. Sounds familiar, huh? PFs are all operating off your playbook. You created these times. But could this be the new weapon in Africa that Emmerich talked about? If it is, why is Cipher letting everyone and his brother get their hands on one? What comes next? Selling nuclear weapons in the open? Making them public property?
Why don't they give that a try? Then the next war really will be fought with sticks.
Right. The man we're dealing with isn't foolish enough to make a suicide pact with the world.
So, what is Cipher really up to?
Zero-risk security aren't as hardcore a military outfit compared to the other two PFs in this region. The company sends operators to conflict regions around the world, not just Africa. They have decades of combined experience. They're also based out of South Africa. Their headquarters is in Johannesburg. A lot of their work involves corporate security for South African companies, but a good number of their operators are retired South African military. So don't mistake them for a bunch of security guards. Rogue Coyote operates mainly out of Africa these days. Of the three PFs, they're the smallest. However, they scooped up most of the Rhodesian SAS after the country collapsed 4 years ago. Picture their entire organization as one big special forces unit. With Rhodesia a British colony, the Rhodesian SAS had its origins in 22 SAS Sea Squadron. They started out as a group known as the Southern Rhodesia Volunteers, but in '51 they were incorporated into 22 SAS as members of the British Commonwealth and deployed to fight guerrillas in the Malayan emergency. Even now, 22 SAS keeps the Sea Squadron designation empty in recognition of their service. In a way, you could say the SAS almost makes up the core of Rogue Coyote. Later on, they were bolstered by other talent, including former Cella Scouts and 32 Battalion. These guys are direct descendants of the best special forces in the world. They won't go down without a fight. Don't get careless. Kungenga Mine. A civil war's been going on in that region for the last 20 years. It's being fought by what are now two ethnic groups, the Buta and the Mbele. Originally, you could barely tell them apart, but the reason for the current armed conflict goes back to World War I. After the war, their land was colonized by a European power, and it decided to give local control to the Buta. That split the two groups into rulers and subjects, laying the foundations for an inevitable civil war. The friction between them remained even after they won independence from Europe. The Buta are holding on to power to this day, and the Mbele rebels continue to fight back. The conflict is funded by locally mined gold, rare metals, diamonds. They've used the money from those to arm themselves, buy oil, and even hire PFs. The Buta administration owns the mining rights to Kungenga Mine. But most of the laborers are Mbele, who they've taken prisoner. The product they've gouged out of their land is bought up by cheap Western corporations. And this civil war is fueled by the profits. That's how it goes. One country's people is split apart by another country. Then the two groups tear up their own land for money in order to fight each other. Now this civil war started by a foreign power is the norm, and it's sucking up all the country's resources. PFs are just the same. They follow the money, taking war with them wherever they go. That goes for us too. It's an endless river of bloody retaliation, and we're standing downstream. Should we make a stand and staunch the flow? Or wade in amongst the corpses and make a bigger splash than the rest? We'll follow your lead, boss.
Please select a mission.
Why the boss's old organization
Unit dispatched.
Because the US didn't like having a threat like that on
Unit
their doorstep?
dispatched.
We hear all kinds of stories. But from what Commander Miller says, there's more to it than that. They had this feud with an
Development project has been added.
Cipher.
Please specify a project.
The boss built a merc outfit that fought alongside the Sandinistas. An army without a country.
Please select landing zone.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.